You know what it is, you know what it do. My name's Victoria and welcome back to another video. So first, I would just like to say, as you see, I have a new intro video. I had to do something new because the song that I originally had is apparently copyrighted. So that's why I have a new one. But thank you. Obviously, as you see by the title, today I will be talking about my sophomore year experience at Hampton University. Before we get into the video, if you're new to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you get notified when I drop another video. Also, if you do not follow me, please go ahead and follow me on all my social medias. They will be somewhere up here on the screen: Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, all of that. But if you've been here before and you're back again, thank you for being here. I appreciate the love and the support. But yeah, let's hop into it. So I posted on Instagram asking people if they wanted me to talk about certain topics about Hampton University other than just talking about the regular things. And I got a few responses. So before we actually hit those topics, let me give you all my Hampton intro. Hello, my name is Victoria Caldwell. I am a third year in the 5-year MBA program. I'm a business administration major from Franklin, Tennessee. You know, if you go to Hampton, you have to have your Hampton intro memorized. So the first topic that I was asked to speak on is being a student athlete. Being a student athlete at Hampton, one, it's very hectic. You're busy all the time, especially when it's your season. Of course, me being a track and field athlete, I'm busy 24/7. I really only get August to November to myself. Once December hits, it's go time. We're traveling, constantly practicing at 6 a.m. and then come back at 3. It's a rolling ball. But you know, you do get some time to yourself. It does keep you active. I will say, me personally, I've been a student athlete my whole entire life, even through high school. And I honestly don't know what I would do with my time if I was given that extra time back. You know, not if I didn't have practice at 3 o'clock. I truly don't know what I would be doing, because other than doing my homework and studying, I'd probably just be sitting in my room. So I enjoy it a lot. It's a great experience being on a team. You know, and getting just to meet new people and traveling. You meet people outside of your school, outside of the state, outside of the country. You travel all over the place, get new experiences. I was lucky to go to Florida Relays this year. And it was an amazing experience. I saw some professionals run and throw. So just things of that nature. I will say I was very blessed with that opportunity. So being a student athlete, it opens a new world of, yes, competition, but also networking and making connections, because you meet a lot of people who are athletes, but they also might be in the same, you know, major as you, or be in the same field. And so you make those connections as well, not just, you know, on a athletic base, but also on an academic base. You know, so once you graduate, you know people in the real world. You know people who work in corporate America. I would say the only rough, if I want to give y'all the real deal about being a student athlete at Hampton, is, yes, we have gear. You all obviously saw in my video, like my gear haul that they gave us. You know, they gave us gear. It was great, but a lot of stuff was kind of given to us late. And some of that, it was just because our coaches didn't want to, you know, wanted to give us our things early, and then we go and ruin them. That's understandable. I get that. But there are things of not having a nutritional station, like a nutritional area, and I get it. I go to a HBCU, which is a historically black college, but we're still D1. We still compete at a high level, and it would be nice to just have a nutritional station, but you can't have your cake and eat it too. But yeah, other than that, being a student athlete, a lot comes with it. You just really have to be on your P's and Q's. You have to get your work done. You have to go see your teachers. Then you also have to make sure you're hitting every lift. You're going to every practice. And if you're injured, you're going to see the trainer. You're going to schedule, you know, a PT session. You're taking ice baths. You know, you have to make sure you're taking care of yourself at the end of the day. That's really the main part of it, really. So yeah, next. I'm going to talk about the food in the calf. So the food at Hampton University, the calf. Breakfast is decent. Breakfast is decent. It's a good, like, solid 7.5 out of 10. Yeah, 7.5 out of 10. It's good. Breakfast, I usually eat cereal. Or I'm getting like pancakes, French toast, eggs, sausage, maybe some fruit, but it's a well-balanced breakfast. Now lunch is give and take. It depends on the day. It depends on what they're serving. I honestly think that's with any school. You're not gonna expect this 5-star meal when you go to a university. But lunch could be better. I'm not even gonna give it a rating. And dinner's the same way. Now, the only good day to eat dinner at Hampton University is Fried Chicken Wednesday. That is the only good day to eat dinner. Get there early. The line is long, especially when it is football season, because if you get there past 7 o'clock, you probably won't get any food. You won't get any food if you come past 7, because the football players run in right after practice. And even as, as an athlete myself, as track, we get out of practice around 5:36. So even like we're rushing out of practice to get to the calf, because we know, and we're a big team. We're like the third biggest team on campus, like second or third biggest team on campus. So even like when we're leaving practice, we're like, okay, like, do we want to shower before we go to the calf? Or will that take too long? By the time we get there, will the whole football team be in the calf eating, and like there's no more chicken? Things of that nature. But like I said, dinner is give and take. The only good day you're gonna go to Good Meals Wednesday. All right, so another topic I was asked to talk about is some of my own accomplishments that I had while at Hampton University. Obviously I'm still attending Hampton, but when it comes to track, I did break the shot put record at one of my meets. I'll try and pop the video in here.
Push on the finish.
But I broke the shot put record at Hampton University. And then we went to conference, and my teammate, Tomi Akintunde, she broke the shot put record. So, two of us, we're gonna battle it out next school year, but just all my teammates. But that was one of my main accomplishments just in track. But in the classroom, I got myself an internship for the summer. But also I think my own personal accomplishments, mentally and emotionally, I will say leaving home, being 12 hours away, and having to be responsible for yourself. Those are some big accomplishments within myself that I have, that I just think I've done on my own, and those are, personal accomplishments. Also, I went to a track meet at South Carolina and won my first collegiate meet. I won both the shot and the weight throw. That was a big moment for me because I had never won a collegiate meet ever. So I was very happy with myself that day. But those are just like some of my accomplishments from track. Obviously, we're getting, I'm working out now. We're getting back on the, the grind, lifting, throwing. So when I go in, for next year and we start the season up, I don't feel like I'm behind, trying to get ahead of the curve in a sense. So now the next topic I would talk about is parties, because you want to have a good time. You're here for a good time, not a long time, So the parties. Highlands, when people show up to Highlands, it's a 10 out of 10. A 10 out of 10. When people show up, everyone's having a good time. It's a 10 out of 10. And the DJ's good. 10 out of 10. Every time. They don't miss. But when it's, people are like, oh, do I really want to go? It's not going to be worth it. And people want to sit in their room and act like they're too good for a party. I'll give it maybe a 5. Now, I have been to every Highland except for maybe 1 or 2, and that was because I was traveling for track. So it wasn't I didn't go because I didn't want to. I simply couldn't. But the Highlands at Hampton, they're fun. Especially when the track team goes. It's a good time. You know, we all show up. We're all lit. We all have a good time. Other parties, the 12 to 2, it's like our day parties at Hampton. 12 to 2s are fun. When the DJ is good, they play good music. You know, people just don't stand around and just look at it. You know, people actually, you know, interact, things of that nature. 12 to 2s can be good. I will say our only good 12 to 2s were our last two. Those were the only good 12 to 2s we had the whole school year. Also, Hampton kind of started a slate on 12 to 2s. We didn't actually get to do them that much in the first semester. Also, you know, COVID protocols. So hopefully next year, 12 to 2s and Highlands will be a lot better, you know, with restrictions kind of falling back. But yeah. Lastly, we're going to talk about housing at Hampton University. I don't know if I have any videos of my room anymore from where I stayed last school year. I was in Whitehall, which is a upperclassmen dorm. It's really not. It's sophomores, juniors, seniors, but it's for those who have a certain GPA. Most dorms at Hampton are like that. You either have to have like a 3.0 or a 3.3. Some dorms are just like regular, but a lot of dorms are considered honor dorms. But housing is a hot mess. When the housing application opens, be on time. Don't wait till the last week to try and do your housing. Get it done, because you're going to be upset with yourself when you know you wanted a certain dorm and you chose to wait the last day to do it. So stay on top of it. But housing they're renovating right now, so hopefully when I go back it looks a lot better. I'm not exactly sure where I'll be staying at the moment. I'm supposed to be in Whitehall again, but we're figuring that out. But housing is decent. There's only one co-ed dorm on campus. So if you want to try co-ed living, that's your best bet. It's the only one. So, but yeah, no, housing is cool. Most dorms are communal bathrooms, so you don't get your own bathroom unless you're like an upperclassman and you get to stay in MUF, which is the multi-use facility dormitory. MUF is really nice. I stayed there for a summer. But yeah, housing is give and take. It's really give and take. You have to try and make the best of the situation that you're given. Some people get single, some people get a double, some people get a double and get a room to themselves, and they put the beds together and have a queen-size bed. Some people get a double and a really small room and have a roommate. You really just have to try and make the best of your situation that you are giving at Hampton University when it comes to housing. Now, sometimes people get lucky. A roommate leaves, they transfer, and then they just get the room to themselves. But like I said, it's give and take. If I had to give housing a rating, I'd give it a 6 out of 10. Even though I said you have to make the best of it, I give it a 6 out of 10 because they could do so much better. I don't know if it's just they choose not to, or if it's simply because they just don't have the manpower at the moment. But either way, 6 out of 10, it could be better. Hopefully it will be better in the future. I hope it is better. But yeah. I usually don't do a lot of sit-down YouTube videos. I don't like sitting and looking at a camera and talking just like this. I like more interactive things. But if you're thinking about attending Hampton University, and you're watching this video and you have like more intimate questions that you want to ask, you're free to DM me on Instagram or leave a comment down below. Anything like that. I'm more than willing to be open about my experience so far and, you know, what's to come and how Hampton University changes. Also, you know, because we're getting a new president as well. Very excited about that one. We're getting a new president, but I mean, yeah. So that is the end of the video. It's a really long video. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry it's a long video, but thank you for watching. Again, please subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so you can notify for when I drop another video. Don't forget to follow me on social media. All my social medias will be somewhere here on this page.
I've been feeling crazy
and I will see you all in my next video.
Baby, I know that this is different cause I'm different. And my baby, I know my lady, I want you.